What if I told you that the key to a fulfilling and successful life isn't about proving yourself to others, but rather focusing on improving yourself? Imagine the freedom and growth you could experience by redirecting your energy inward rather than seeking external validation. In this video, we'll explore the transformative power of self-improvement and how it can lead you to a life of purpose, happiness, and true success. You see, we live in a society that often prioritizes external validation over personal growth. From a young age, we're taught to seek approval from others, our parents, our teachers, our peers. We're conditioned to believe that our worth is measured by our accomplishments, our accolades, and the opinions of those around us. But what if I told you that this mindset is holding you back from your true potential? What if I told you that the key to a fulfilling and successful life lies not in proving yourself to others, but in focusing on improving yourself? You see, when we're constantly seeking external validation, we're giving away our power. We're allowing others to dictate our self-worth and our happiness. We're putting our dreams and goals on hold, waiting for someone else to give us permission to pursue them. But the truth is, you don't need anyone's permission to be the best version of yourself. You don't need anyone's approval to chase your dreams and create the life you truly desire. The only person you need to prove yourself to is you. When you shift your focus from proving yourself to others to improving yourself, something incredible happens. You start to see yourself in a new light. You start to recognize your own strengths, your own potential, your own unique gifts and talents. You start to invest in yourself and your personal growth, your education, your skills and abilities. You start to challenge yourself to step outside your comfort zone, to try new things, to take risks and embrace failure as a necessary part of the learning process. And as you focus on improving yourself, something amazing starts to happen. You start to attract the right people and opportunities into your life. You start to build genuine, authentic relationships based on shared values and mutual respect. You start to create a life that aligns with your deepest passions and purpose. But improving yourself isn't always easy. It requires discipline, dedication, and a willingness to confront your own fears and limitations. It requires you to be honest with yourself about your strengths and weaknesses and to take responsibility for your own growth and development. One of the most important aspects of self-improvement is developing a growth mindset. This means embracing challenges and failures as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than seeing them as threats to your self-worth. It means believing in your own ability to change and evolve and recognizing that your potential is limitless. Another key aspect of self-improvement is setting clear goals and taking consistent action towards them. This means getting clear on what you want to achieve, breaking it down into manageable steps, and committing to taking action every single day, even when you don't feel like it. It also means surrounding yourself with people who support and encourage your growth rather than those who bring you down or hold you back. Seek out mentors, coaches, and like-minded individuals who can offer guidance, accountability, and inspiration along your journey. But perhaps the most important thing to remember as you focus on improving yourself is to be kind and compassionate towards yourself. Growth and change can be uncomfortable and challenging at times, and it's easy to get discouraged when we don't see immediate results. But remember, progress isn't always linear. There will be setbacks and obstacles along the way, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep showing up for yourself day after day and trust in the process of growth and transformation. And as you focus on improving yourself, something incredible starts to happen. You start to radiate a sense of confidence and self-assuredness that is magnetic to others. You start to inspire and uplift those around you simply by being the best version of yourself. You see, when you focus on improving yourself, you're not just changing your own life, you're changing the lives of everyone you touch. You're creating a ripple effect of positivity and growth that extends far beyond yourself. So I want to encourage you today to shift your focus from proving yourself to others to improving yourself, to invest in your own personal growth and development, and trust that the rest will fall into place. Start by setting clear goals for yourself and breaking them down into manageable steps. Identify the areas of your life where you want to grow and improve, whether it's your health and fitness, your relationships, your career, or your personal passions and hobbies. Then commit to taking consistent action towards those goals every single day. Even if it's just a small step, even if you don't feel like it, show up for yourself and do the work. Over time, those small steps will add up to massive progress and transformation. Surround yourself with people who support and encourage your growth, and seek out resources and tools that can help you along the way. Whether it's books, podcasts, courses, or coaching, there are countless resources available to help you improve yourself and reach your full potential. But most importantly, remember to be kind and compassionate towards yourself along the journey. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small, and learn from your failures and setbacks. Embrace the process of growth and transformation, and trust that every challenge and obstacle is an opportunity to become a better version of yourself. And as you focus on improving yourself, remember that you're not doing it just for yourself, you're doing it for the world around you. When you show up as the best version of yourself, you inspire others to do the same. You create a ripple effect of positivity and growth that extends far beyond yourself. So don't wait for someone else's permission or approval to start improving yourself. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect circumstances. Start today, right where you are, with what you have. Take that first step towards personal growth and self-improvement, and trust that the journey will be worth it. Trust that as you focus on improving yourself, you'll unlock a sense of purpose, fulfillment, and joy that you never knew was possible. And as you do, remember that you're not alone. Remember that there are countless others on the same journey of self-improvement, facing the same challenges and obstacles as you. Reach out for support and encouragement when you need it, and offer the same to others when you can. Because ultimately, we're all in this together. We're all on a journey of growth and transformation, striving to become the best versions of ourselves. And when we focus on improving ourselves rather than proving ourselves to others, we create a world of endless possibility and potential. So I want to leave you with this challenge today. Commit to focusing on improving yourself rather than proving yourself to others. Commit to investing in your own personal growth and development, and trust that the rest will fall into place. Start small, but start today. Take that first step towards self-improvement, and trust that every step you take is bringing you closer to the person you're meant to become. And as you do, remember to be kind and compassionate towards yourself. Remember that growth and change take time, and that progress isn't always linear. But most importantly, remember that you are worthy of your own love and attention, and that focusing on improving yourself is the greatest gift you can give to yourself and the world around you. So go out there and start improving yourself today. Start investing in your own personal growth and development, and trust that the journey will be worth it. Trust that as you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you'll unlock a sense of purpose, fulfillment, and joy that you never knew was possible. And remember, you're not alone. Remember that there are countless others on the same journey of self-improvement, cheering you on and supporting you every step of the way. So keep showing up for yourself day after day. Keep taking those small steps towards personal growth and self-improvement, and trust that they will add up to massive progress and transformation over time. And most importantly, remember to celebrate your victories along the way. Remember to be proud of yourself for the progress you've made, no matter how small it may seem. Because every step you take towards improving yourself is a step towards creating the life you truly desire. So don't wait for someone else's permission or approval to start improving yourself. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect circumstances. Start today, right where you are, with what you have. Take that first step towards personal growth and self-improvement, and trust that the journey will be worth it. Trust that as you focus on improving yourself, you'll inspire others to do the same and create a ripple effect of positivity and growth that extends far beyond yourself. And as you do, remember that you have the power within you to create the life you truly desire. Remember that you are worthy of your own love and attention, and that focusing on improving yourself is the greatest gift you can give to yourself and the world around you. So go out there and start improving yourself today. Start investing in your own personal growth and development, and trust that the journey will be worth it. Trust that as you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you'll unlock a sense of purpose, fulfillment, and joy that you never knew was possible. And remember, you're not alone. Remember that there are countless others on the same journey of self-improvement cheering you on and supporting you every step of the way. So keep showing up for yourself day after day. Keep taking those small steps towards personal growth and self-improvement, and trust that they will add up to massive progress and transformation over time. And most importantly, remember to celebrate your victories along the way. Remember to be proud of yourself for the progress you've made, no matter how small it may seem, because every step you take towards improving yourself is a step towards creating the life you truly desire. So don't wait for someone else's permission or approval to start improving yourself. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect circumstances. Start today right where you are with what you have. Take that first step towards personal growth and self-improvement and trust that the journey will be worth it. Trust that as you focus on improving yourself, you'll inspire others to do the same and create a ripple effect of positivity and growth that extends far beyond yourself. And as you do, remember that you have the power within you to create the life you truly desire. Remember that you are worthy of your own love and attention, and that focusing on improving yourself is the greatest gift you can give to yourself and the world around you. So go out there and start improving yourself today. Start investing in your own personal growth and development, and trust that the journey will be worth it. Trust that as you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you'll unlock a sense of purpose, fulfillment, and joy that you never knew was possible. And remember, the journey of self-improvement is not a destination, but a lifelong pursuit. It's a commitment to showing up for yourself every single day and trusting in the process of growth and transformation. But I promise you, it's a journey worth taking. It's a journey that will lead you to a life of purpose, passion, and true fulfillment. It's a journey that will allow you to become the person you were always meant to be and to create the life you truly desire. So don't wait another moment to start improving yourself. Don't wait for someone else's permission or approval. Start today, right where you are with what you have. Take that first step towards personal growth and self-improvement and trust that the journey will be worth it. Trust that as you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you'll inspire others to do the same and create a ripple effect of positivity and growth that extends far beyond yourself. And remember, you have everything you need within you to create the life you truly desire. You have the power to improve yourself, to grow and transform, and to become the person you were always meant to be. So go out there and start improving yourself today. Start investing in your own personal growth and development, and trust that the journey will be worth it. Trust that as you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you'll unlock a sense of purpose, fulfillment, and joy that you never knew was possible. And remember, you're not alone. Remember that there are countless others on the same journey of self-improvement cheering you on and supporting you every step of the way. So keep showing up for yourself day after day. Keep taking those small steps towards personal growth and self-improvement, and trust that they will add up to massive progress and transformation over time. And most importantly, remember to celebrate your victories along the way. Remember to be proud of yourself for the progress you've made, no matter how small it may seem. Because every step you take towards improving yourself is a step towards creating the life you truly desire. So don't wait another moment to start improving yourself. Don't wait for someone else's permission or approval. Start today right where you are with what you have. Take that first step towards personal growth and self-improvement and trust that the journey will be worth it. Trust that as you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you'll inspire others to do the same and create a ripple effect of positivity and growth that extends far beyond yourself. And remember, the journey of self-improvement is a lifelong pursuit. It's a commitment to showing up for yourself every single day and trusting in the process of growth and transformation. But I promise you, it's a journey worth taking. It's a journey that will lead you to a life of purpose, passion, and true fulfillment. It's a journey that will allow you to become the person you were always meant to be and to create the life you truly desire. So go out there and start improving yourself today. Start investing in your own personal growth and development, and trust that the journey will be worth it. trust that as you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you'll unlock a sense of purpose, fulfillment, and joy that you never knew was possible. And remember, you have everything you need within you to create the life you truly desire. You have the power to improve yourself, to grow and transform, and to become the person you were always meant to be. So don't wait another moment to start focusing on improving yourself rather than proving yourself to others. Don't wait for someone else's permission or approval. Start today right where you are with what you have. Take that first step towards personal growth and self-improvement and trust that the journey will be worth it. Trust that as you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you'll inspire others to do the same and create a ripple effect of positivity and growth that extends far beyond yourself. And remember, the journey of self-improvement is not about perfection, but about progress. It's about showing up for yourself every single day and trusting in the process of growth and transformation. So keep taking those small steps towards personal growth and self-improvement and trust that they will add up to massive progress and transformation over time. Keep celebrating your victories along the way and remember to be proud of yourself for the progress you've made, no matter how small it may seem. Because ultimately, the greatest gift you can give to yourself and the world around you is to focus on improving yourself rather than proving yourself to others. It's to invest in your own personal growth and development and trust that the journey will be worth it. So go out there and start improving yourself today. Start becoming the best version of yourself and trust that as you do, you'll unlock a sense of purpose, fulfillment, and joy that you never knew was possible. And remember, you have everything you need within you to create the life you truly desire. You have the power to improve yourself, to grow and transform, and to become the person you were always meant to be. So don't wait another moment to start focusing on improving yourself rather than proving yourself to others. Start today right where you are with what you have and trust that the journey of self-improvement will be the most rewarding and fulfilling journey of your life. You're lying on your deathbed looking back at your life. What do you think you'll remember? Will it be the hours you spent scrolling through social media, the endless meetings that could have been emails, or the time you spent chasing after material possessions? Or will it be the moments of genuine connection, the pursuit of your passions, and the impact you made on the world around you? Far too often we get caught up in the noise and distractions of daily life, losing sight of what truly matters. We prioritize the urgent over the important, the easy over the meaningful, and the superficial over the substantive. And before we know it, we find ourselves living lives of quiet desperation, filled with regret and unfulfilled potential. But what if I told you that it doesn't have to be this way? What if I told you that you have the power to cut through the noise, focus on what really matters, and create a life of extraordinary purpose, joy, and fulfillment? You see, the key to a life well lived is not about doing more, but about doing what matters most. It's about identifying your core values, your deepest passions, and your unique talents, and aligning your actions and choices with them every single day. It's about saying no to the things that don't serve you and saying yes to the things that light you up and make you come alive. When you focus on what really matters, you stop wasting time and energy on the trivial and the meaningless. You start investing in yourself, your relationships, and your dreams. You start showing up as your best self and inspiring others to do the same. And you start experiencing a level of clarity, purpose, and fulfillment that most people only dream of. But here's the thing, focusing on what really matters is not always easy. In a world filled with constant distractions, competing demands, and endless options, it can be all too easy to lose sight of your true north. It takes courage, discipline, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone and take bold action in the face of fear and uncertainty. So how do you do it? How do you cut through the noise and focus on what really matters? Here are a few strategies that have worked for me and countless others. First, get clear on your values and priorities. Take some time to reflect on what's truly important to you, what makes you come alive, and what kind of impact you want to make in the world. Write them down and use them as a compass to guide your decisions and actions every day. Second, learn to say no. This can be one of the hardest things to do, especially if you're a people pleaser or a perfectionist. But the truth is, every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your values and priorities, you're saying no to something that does. Practice setting boundaries, communicating your needs and limits, and being selective about where you invest your time and energy. Third, cultivate mindfulness and presence. In a world of constant distractions and stimulation, it's easy to get caught up in the noise and lose touch with the present moment. But when you practice mindfulness, whether through meditation, deep breathing, or simply paying attention to your senses, you create space for clarity, creativity, and connection. You start to notice the beauty and opportunities that are right in front of you, and you become more resilient and adaptable in the face of challenges and change. Fourth, surround yourself with people who inspire and support you. The people you spend time with have a huge impact on your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. So choose your companions wisely and seek out mentors, colleagues, and friends who share your values, challenge you to grow, and bring out the best in you. Create a community of support and accountability, and lean on them when you need guidance, encouragement, or a fresh perspective. Finally, take consistent, purposeful action. Focusing on what matters is not a one-time event, but a daily practice. It requires you to show up, even when you don't feel like it, and take small, deliberate steps towards your goals and dreams. It means being willing to face your fears, learn from your mistakes, and keep going even when the road gets tough. And it means celebrating your progress and successes along the way and using them as fuel to keep moving forward. When you make focusing on what matters a habit and a priority, amazing things start to happen. You start to experience a sense of clarity, purpose, and flow that you never knew was possible. You start to attract the people, opportunities, and resources that align with your values and vision. You start to make a real, tangible difference in the world and leave a legacy that inspires others to do the same. But don't just take my word for it. Look at the lives of some of the most successful, fulfilled, and impactful people throughout history. From Mother Teresa to Martin Luther King Jr., from Marie Curie to Malala Yousafzai, these individuals all had one thing in common: they focused on what mattered most to them, and they let that focus guide their choices, their actions, and their lives. Mother Teresa, for example, dedicated her life to serving the poorest of the poor in India, providing them with food, shelter, and medical care. Despite facing countless challenges and setbacks, she never lost sight of her mission to show love and compassion to those who needed it most. She once said, "If you can't feed 100 people, then feed just one." That simple yet profound statement encapsulates the power of focusing on what matters and taking action, no matter how small, to make a difference. Martin Luther King Jr., another example, focused his life on the pursuit of justice, equality, and civil rights for all people, regardless of race or background. He faced incredible opposition, violence, and even death threats, but he never wavered in his commitment to his cause. In his famous "I Have a Dream" speech, he said, "I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." That dream, that focus on what mattered most, inspired a generation and changed the course of history. And then there's Marie Curie, the pioneering physicist and chemist who focused her life on the study of radioactivity and its applications in medicine. Despite facing gender discrimination and financial hardship, she never lost sight of her passion for science and her desire to use it for the benefit of humanity. Her groundbreaking discoveries earned her 2 Nobel Prizes and paved the way for countless advances in fields like cancer treatment and X-ray technology. Finally, consider Malala Yousafzai, the young Pakistani activist who focused her life on fighting for girls' education and women's rights, even in the face of violent opposition from the Taliban. She survived an assassination attempt and went on to become the youngest Nobel Peace Prize laureate in history, using her platform to advocate for change and inspire millions of people around the world. In her book, 1 A.M. Malala, she wrote, "One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world." A belief that focus on the power of education and the potential of every individual has transformed countless lives and communities. These are just a few examples of the incredible impact that focusing on what matters can have, not just on your own life, but on the world around you. When you align your actions and choices with your deepest values and passions, you tap into a source of strength, resilience, and purpose that most people never even know exists. You become a force for good, a catalyst for change, and an inspiration to others. But focusing on what matters is not just about changing the world, it's also about creating a life that feels authentic, fulfilling, and joyful to you. It's about waking up every morning excited about the day ahead, knowing that you're doing work that matters and making a difference in the lives of others. It's about cultivating deep, meaningful relationships with the people you love and savoring the simple pleasures and moments of beauty that make life worth living. And it's about looking back on your life with a sense of pride, gratitude, and peace, knowing that you lived with intention, integrity, and purpose. Of course, focusing on what matters is not always easy, and it's not a one-time decision. It requires consistent effort, discipline, and self-awareness, and a willingness to let go of the things that don't serve you and embrace the things that do. It means being willing to take risks, face challenges, and learn from failure, knowing that growth and success often lie on the other side of discomfort and uncertainty. But here's the good news: every single one of us has the power to focus on what matters, no matter where we are in life or what challenges we face. It starts with a simple choice, a commitment to living with intention and purpose, and a willingness to take one small step at a time towards the life we truly want. So if you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or disconnected from what matters most to you, know that you're not alone, and that change is possible. Start by taking a few minutes each day to reflect on your values, your passions, and your priorities, and ask yourself how you can align your actions and choices with them. Start saying no to the things that don't serve you and yes to the things that light you up and make you come alive. Cultivate mindfulness and presence and surround yourself with people who inspire and support you. And most importantly, take consistent, purposeful action towards your goals and dreams, knowing that every small step you take is a step towards a life of extraordinary meaning and fulfillment. As you focus on what matters, you'll start to notice a shift in your energy, your perspective, and your results. You'll start to experience a sense of flow, creativity, and abundance that you never knew was possible. You'll start to attract the people, opportunities, and resources that align with your values and vision, and you'll start to make a real tangible difference in the world, leaving a legacy that inspires others to do the same. But don't just take my word for it. Start experimenting with focusing on what matters in your own life and see what happens. Start small and build momentum over time. Celebrate your progress and successes along the way and use them as fuel to keep moving forward. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. There are countless others who have walked this path before you and who are cheering you on every step of the way. One of the most powerful ways to focus on what matters is to develop a clear sense of purpose and mission. When you have a strong why, a compelling reason for doing what you do, it becomes much easier to stay focused and motivated, even in the face of challenges and setbacks. Think about some of the most successful and impactful companies and organizations in the world, like Apple, Tesla, or NASA. These organizations are driven by a clear sense of purpose and mission, whether it's to create innovative, life-changing products, to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy, or to explore the frontiers of space and knowledge. That clarity of purpose allows them to focus their resources, talents, and energy on what matters most and to inspire and engage their employees, customers, and stakeholders in a shared vision of the future. The same principle applies to individuals. When you have a clear sense of purpose and mission, when you know what you stand for and what you're working towards, it becomes much easier to make decisions, take action, and stay true to yourself, even in the face of adversity or temptation. It allows you to say no to the things that don't align with your values and priorities and to say yes to the things that do, with confidence and conviction. So how do you develop a clear sense of purpose and mission? Start by reflecting on what matters most to you, what excites and energizes you, and what kind of impact you want to make in the world. Think about your unique talents, experiences, and perspectives and how you can use them to serve others and make a difference. And think about the legacy you want to leave behind, the story you want to tell, and the difference you want to tell, and the difference you want to make. Once you have a sense of your purpose and mission, write it down and use it as a compass to guide your decisions and actions every day. Share it with others, and seek out mentors, colleagues, and friends who share your values and can support you on your journey. And most importantly, take consistent, purposeful action towards your purpose, knowing that every small step you take is a step towards a life of extraordinary meaning and impact. Another key aspect of focusing on what matters is developing a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, talents, and intelligence are not fixed, but can be developed and expanded through effort, learning, and persistence. When you have a growth mindset, you embrace challenges and setbacks as opportunities for growth and learning rather than as threats or failures. You view mistakes and failures as feedback rather than as indictments of your worth or potential. And you approach life with a sense of curiosity, openness, and resilience, knowing that you have the power to learn, grow, and adapt to whatever comes your way. In contrast, a fixed mindset is the belief that your abilities and talents are set in stone and that you're either born with them or you're not. When you have a fixed mindset, you tend to avoid challenges and risks, fearing failure and exposure. You view mistakes and setbacks as evidence of your limitations rather than as opportunities for growth. And you approach life with a sense of defensiveness, rigidity, and helplessness, feeling like you're at the mercy of circumstances beyond your control. The good news is that a growth mindset is not something you're born with, but something you can develop and cultivate over time. By embracing challenges, learning from feedback, and persisting in the face of setbacks, you can train your brain to approach life with a sense of possibility, resilience, and growth. One powerful way to develop a growth mindset is to reframe your self-talk and inner dialogue. Instead of telling yourself, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, try saying, I can learn to do this, or I'm willing to put in the effort to improve. Instead of beating yourself up for mistakes or failures, try asking yourself, what can I learn from this, or how can I use this as an opportunity to grow and get better? Another way to develop a growth mindset is to seek out new experiences, challenges, and opportunities for learning. Step outside your comfort zone and take on projects or roles that stretch your skills and abilities. Attend workshops, conferences, or courses that expose you to new ideas and perspectives. And surround yourself with people who embody a growth mindset, who challenge and inspire you to keep learning and growing. When you approach life with a growth mindset, you open yourself up to a world of possibility and potential. You become more resilient, adaptable, and innovative, able to navigate challenges and change with grace and agility. And you become more fulfilled and engaged, knowing that you're constantly growing, evolving, and becoming the best version of yourself. Focusing on what matters also requires developing strong habits and routines that support your values, goals, and priorities. Habits are the small daily actions and choices that, over time, shape the course and quality of your life. When you have strong, positive habits in place, you create a sense of structure, momentum, and consistency that allows you to focus on what matters most, even in the face of distractions or obstacles. One of the most important habits to develop is a daily practice of reflection and planning. Take a few minutes each morning to set your intentions for the day, identifying your top priorities and the actions you need to take to move towards your goals. Take a few minutes each evening to reflect on your progress, celebrate your successes, and identify areas for improvement or course correction. Another key habit is to create a supportive environment that facilitates focus, productivity, and well-being. This might mean decluttering your physical space, minimizing distractions like social media or email, or creating a dedicated workspace that inspires and energizes you. It might also mean cultivating a network of supportive relationships, surrounding yourself with people who encourage and challenge you to be your best self. Other powerful habits include regular exercise and movement, healthy eating and hydration, sufficient sleep and rest, and regular practices of gratitude, mindfulness, and self-care. When you take care of your physical, mental, and emotional health, you create a strong foundation for focusing on what matters most and showing up as your best self in all areas of life. Of course, developing strong habits and routines is not always easy, and it requires discipline, patience, and persistence. Start small and focus on one habit at a time, building momentum and consistency over time. Celebrate your progress and successes along the way and use them as motivation to keep going. And remember, habits are not about perfection, but about progress. Every small step you take is a step towards a life of greater focus, purpose, and fulfillment. Ultimately, focusing on what matters is about living a life of intention, authenticity, and impact. It's about aligning your actions and choices with your deepest values and passions and using your unique talents and experiences to make a positive difference in the world. It's about embracing challenges and opportunities for growth and developing the mindset, habits, and relationships that support your ongoing development and success. When you focus on what matters, you create a life that is rich in meaning, purpose, and joy. You wake up each day excited about the possibilities ahead, knowing that you're doing work that matters and making a difference in the lives of others. You cultivate deep, meaningful relationships with the people you love and savor the simple pleasures and moments of beauty that make life worth living. And you look back on your life with a sense of pride, gratitude, and peace, knowing that you lived with intention, integrity, and impact. So if you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or disconnected from what matters most to you, know that you have the power to change your life one choice and one action at a time. Start by getting clear on your values, passions, and priorities and aligning your actions and choices with them each day. Develop a growth mindset and embrace challenges and opportunities for learning and development. Cultivate strong habits and routines that support your well-being and success. And surround yourself with people and environments that inspire and support you to be your best self. Have you ever felt like you were born for something greater, like there's a whisper in your soul calling you towards a bigger purpose, a grander vision for your life? I know that feeling all too well. It's what propelled me on an incredible journey of self-discovery and ultimately led me to where I stand before you today. You see, when I was young, I had dreams just like anyone else, dreams of making a difference, of leaving my mark on this world. But life happened, responsibilities piled up, doubts crept in, and slowly but surely those dreams began to fade into the background noise of everyday existence. Until one day, something shifted within me. A spark reignited, a fire that had been smoldering for far too long. I realized that I couldn't keep living someone else's life, following someone else's script. It was time to take control, to boldly chase after those long-buried dreams of mine. And let me tell you, that decision changed everything. It wasn't easy, not by a long shot. There were obstacles at every turn, naysayers trying to convince me that my dreams were foolish, impractical. But I kept pushing forward, reminding myself that the greatest risk of all was to risk nothing and wonder what if for the rest of my life. I'm here today to share with you the lessons I learned on that incredible journey, the insights that allowed me to defy the odds and manifest my grandest visions into reality. Because if I can do it, if an ordinary person like myself can achieve the extraordinary, then there's no reason why you can't too. The first step is to get crystal clear on what your dream really is. Not what others expect of you, not what society deems acceptable, but the deepest longing of your heart. That fire that burns within you, that persistent voice that whispers there has to be more to life than this. Listen to that voice. Lean into it. Embrace the discomfort it brings, because that discomfort is the catalyst for change. Once you've identified your dream, you need to own it. Not just in your mind, but in every fiber of your being. Let it consume you. Let it become an obsession. Because when you're truly obsessed with something, when you eat, sleep, and breathe your dream, that's when the impossible starts to become possible. Of course, simply wanting something isn't enough. You need to back up that desire with concrete action. Set goals, create a plan, and start taking those first tentative steps towards your dream, no matter how small they may seem. Consistent effort day in and day out is what separates the dreamers from the dream achievers. But here's the thing, you're going to face setbacks, disappointments, failures, moments where it seems like the entire universe is conspiring against you. That's just part of the journey. What separates those who succeed from those who don't is the ability to push through those tough times, to find the lesson in every setback, and to use it as fuel to propel you ever closer to your goals. Believe me, I know how hard it can be to stay motivated in the face of adversity. There were countless times when I wanted to give up, to retreat back into the safety and comfort of my old life. But something deep within me refused to let go of that dream. And every time I felt myself faltering, I'd remind myself why I started in the first place. I'd tap back into that burning desire, that sense of purpose that had set me on this path to begin with. And you know what? The more I focused on my dream, the more the universe seemed to conspire in my favor. Opportunities started appearing out of nowhere, people and resources aligned to support my vision. It was as if the simple act of committing wholeheartedly to my goal had unleashed a powerful force, a current that carried me ever closer to my destination. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Pursuing your dreams is one of the most challenging yet rewarding journeys you'll ever undertake. There will be moments of doubt, of exhaustion, of sheer overwhelm. But in those moments, remember why you started. Reconnect with that inner fire, that burning desire that first sparked your dream into existence. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who support and encourage your vision. Because you're going to need that positive reinforcement, that reminder that you're not alone on this journey. At the same time, be cautious of those who would try to discourage you to pour cold water on your dreams. Protect your vision fiercely and don't let the doubts and limitations of others infiltrate your mindset. Most importantly, never ever give up on yourself. You are capable of far more than you can possibly imagine. The only limits are the ones you impose upon yourself. So shatter those self-imposed boundaries. Dream bigger, reach higher, and trust that the universe will meet you halfway when you commit wholeheartedly to your path. I'll leave you with this final thought. Imagine yourself years from now having achieved that dream that once seemed so impossible. Picture the sense of pride, the fulfillment, the knowledge that you defied the odds and created the life you were truly meant to live. Can you feel the power of that vision? The goosebumps rising on your skin as you allow yourself to fully embody that reality? That's what's waiting for you, my friends. That's the prize at the end of this incredible journey. All you have to do is take that first step and then another and another until one day you look back and realize that you've arrived at the destination you've been striving towards all along. The world is waiting for you to share your gifts, your passion, your unique vision. Don't let it wait any longer. You may be thinking that all sounds great, but how do I actually stay focused and committed to my dream over the long haul? Excellent question. Pursuing a big vision requires incredible tenacity and resilience. The path will be littered with obstacles and setbacks that could easily derail you if you're not properly prepared. The first key is to get very clear on your why, the deeper driving force behind your dream. It can't just be about money, fame, or external rewards. Those things are fleeting and ultimately unfulfilling if they aren't backed by a powerful internal motivator. For me, my why stemmed from a burning desire to share the life-changing insights and realizations I'd gained through my own journey of personal growth and spiritual awakening. I wanted to help others break free from limiting beliefs, connect to their highest potential, and create lives of purpose and fulfillment. Every time I felt discouraged or wanted to quit, I'd reconnect with that driving why. I'd remind myself that this vision was so much bigger than just me. It was about serving others, about being a beacon of possibility in a world that so often tells us to dream small. When your why comes from that place of service and meaning, it becomes a profound source of motivation that can carry you through even the darkest moments. You stop viewing obstacles as insurmountable barriers and start seeing them as challenges to overcome in service of your higher calling. Another powerful focusing tool is to vividly visualize your dream as if it's already achieved. Don't just think about it in abstract terms, but paint a rich, multisensory picture in your mind's eye. See yourself living that reality, feel the emotions of pride, joy, and fulfillment. Make it so real that you can practically reach out and touch it. Then anchor that visualization by scripting out a detailed description of what your life looks like once you've achieved your dream. Where are you living? What does your typical day entail? How have your relationships been impacted? What are you most grateful for? Read that scripted visualization frequently, letting it sink into your subconscious mind and crowd out any doubts or fears. The more vividly you can envision and emotionally experience your dream as if it's already real, the more you'll magnetize yourself towards its manifestation. It's also vital to track your progress by celebrating small wins and acknowledging how far you've already come. Our minds have a tendency to discount our achievements while fixating on how much further we still have to go. This can breed discouragement and make the dream feel perpetually out of reach. Combat this by proactively logging your milestones, no matter how small they may seem. Landed your first client? Add it to the win list. Secured funding for your new venture? On the list it goes. Every week, review and savor those accomplishments. You'll start to see just how much momentum you're truly gaining. This practice builds self-efficacy, the belief that you can achieve what you set your mind to. And self-efficacy is a powerful motivator. The more you feel capable of realizing your dream, the more tenaciously you'll stick to your vision. Another key component is to consciously curate the inputs and influences in your life. We are profoundly shaped by the people we surround ourselves with and the information we consume. Are yours actively supporting and propelling you towards your dream, or are they subtly undermining your efforts? Do an audit of your influences. Which people in your life exude the positive mindset, tenacity, and commitment to growth that you aspire to? Whose energy and example lifts you up and inspires you to think bigger? Those are the people you want to intentionally cultivate relationships with. On the flip side, be brutally honest about who or what might be holding you back. It could be negative friends who constantly dismiss your ambitions, or family members imposing their fears and limitations onto you. Often these dream squashers don't even realize the impact of their words and attitudes. You don't necessarily have to cut these people out of your life entirely, but you do need to enforce firm boundaries so their skepticism and doubts don't infect your psyche. Limit exposure to them, and have the courage to directly but compassionately communicate how their words affect you. The media and digital inputs you consume play a huge role here as well. Be hyper aware of what you're allowing into your precious mind space. Is it a steady stream of negativity from the news and social media? Mindless entertainment that leaves you feeling uninspired? Or empowering information that stimulates your dreams and stretches your thinking? Audit everything from the books you read to the podcasts you listen to. If an input isn't actively supporting your vision and personal growth, it needs to go. View your mind as a sacred garden, tend to it meticulously, and don't allow any negativity or weeds to take root there. Another profoundly powerful practice for staying focused is to anchor yourself with daily rituals and habits. Our lives are often a swirling chaos of distractions, obligations, and competing priorities. It's so easy to lose sight of our dreams amidst the noise. But when you start and end each day with intentional rituals that reconnect you to your vision, it becomes the strong, steady foundation that can anchor you no matter what storms rage around you. Maybe it's 30 minutes of meditation, journaling, or visioning first thing every morning. Or an evening review where you reflect on your wins and realign for the next day. These rituals reinforce your commitment on the deepest subconscious level. And if you ever find yourself feeling off track, you can use them to instantly course correct and realign with your dream. When you know you have these solid rituals to rely on each day, it's easier to release anxieties about the future and trust in the unfolding process. It's also vital that you regularly disconnect from the hustle and grind. Relentlessly pursuing any goal without making time to rest and recharge is a recipe for burnout. Think of it like exercising. A muscle. Periods of intense activity need to be balanced with recovery time to allow the muscle to rebuild and grow stronger. Schedule breaks where you can completely disengage from work and responsibilities. Spend time doing activities you enjoy that have nothing to do with your dream. Nurture your other life priorities like family, relationships, health. Give your mind a total reset so you can come back to your vision feeling refreshed and inspired. During these breaks, resist the urge to dwell on or obsess over your goals. Have faith that your subconscious mind is still working behind the scenes, integrating your learning and realigning you with fresh perspective. You'll be amazed at how often your biggest breakthroughs and flashes of insight arrive during these fallow periods. Speaking of breakthroughs, you'd be wise to accept that your path to realizing your dream won't be linear. Expect to hit plateaus, wrong turns, and periodic stalls where it feels like you're making zero progress. This is natural and part of the process. What separates the dream achievers is the ability to push through these sticking points with grit and creative flexibility. When you hit a plateau or roadblock, step back and look at it from a higher perspective. Instead of panicking or letting doubt take hold, get radically curious. Ask yourself, what lesson am I meant to be learning here? What blind spot is this experience revealing? What creative solution hasn't yet occurred to me? Then adopt the mindset of an explorer and start experimenting. Try different routes, bring in new ideas, seek out trusted advisors to provide a fresh vantage point. Be boldly innovative in attacking the obstacle from new angles. What got you to this plateau won't be what allows you to transcend it. Embrace the opportunity to level up. In these moments, it's also essential to manage your state with impeccable discipline. Our minds always take the path of least resistance, defaulting to negative thought patterns and self-sabotaging behaviors. When you hit a sticking point on your path, that's when the temptation to indulge in discouragement, blame, and worst-case scenario thinking becomes strongest. Get vigilant about monitoring your self-talk, mindfully stopping any negativity in its tracks. Feed your mind a steady diet of affirmations, uplifting media, and any input that reminds you of your immense potential. Tend to your energy like a precious resource. Don't allow any thought or behavior that leaks it away. And finally, always stay open to the magic and mystery of life. As wonderful as goal setting and strategy are, there's a higher orchestration at play that we can never fully see or comprehend. The path to achieving your dream will be full of delightful synchronicities and surprising detours that couldn't possibly have been planned from the outset. When these blessed divergences appear, don't fight them out of rigid attachment to your original plan. Lean in with curiosity and trust that there's a greater wisdom at work. Some of my life's most incredible blessings showed up looking nothing like what I'd originally envisioned. Embrace the unknowable journey and find freedom in surrendering to the unfolding path before you. Focus with intensity on your next committed step while staying open and flexible to how the vision manifests from there. You'll be guided, course-corrected, and arrived at your dream's highest and most perfect manifestation. My friends, I understand that pursuing your grandest vision in the face of doubts, fears, and setbacks can feel impossibly daunting at times. I've been there, walked that harrowing path of uncertainty, and emerged on the other side more brilliant and unstoppable than I could have imagined. There will be dark moments when the way forward seems hopelessly obscured, and you'll be tempted to retreat to the comfortable confines of your old dreams. In those moments, remember why you were called to this brave journey in the first place. Reconnect deeply to that driving why, the blazing purpose that first ignited your passion. Tend to your influences and anchor yourself with daily rituals. Courageously face down your inner demons of doubt, celebrating your wins to amplify self-belief. Expect and lean into the surprises that life has in store, ever flexible in your committed pursuit of your vision. Most of all, trust wholeheartedly in yourself. You were born for greatness and meant to experience the fullest flowering of your extraordinary potential. Everything you need to realize your dream is already within you, patiently awaiting activation. You've been given a remarkable gift in the form of this one, wildly precious life. Will you play it safe, following the well-trodden path of others' expectations, or will you boldly blaze your own trail into uncharted territory, creating from the boundless canvas of your soul's highest imagination? The choice has always been yours, as has the courage required to bring your deepest dreams into dazzling material existence. You've glimpsed the possibilities, allowed yourself to dream of realities grander than you were ever told to expect for yourself. Now it's time to burn that vision into your cells with crystalline clarity. Keep the flame of your innermost yearnings ever blazing before you. Let it warm you on days of bone-chilling doubt. Let it guide your footsteps down untrodden paths. And as you orient every thought, every action towards fanning that sacred fire into an unstoppable inferno of manifestation, watch in awe as the entire universe conspires to make itself your ardent ally. Focus on your dream. Creation after creation after creation. Give it life through discipline, flexibility, naked vulnerability, and tenacious perseverance. And you'll know the rapture of holding that once impossible vision in your very hands, beaming with the brilliance of your own realized potential. The world is waiting, and your destiny awaits your boldest activation. Take the first step now. And another. And another still. For within you burns the possibility to shape reality itself through the transforming power of your focused intention and sustained commitment. The time has come to fulfill upon your sacred destiny and contribute the precious essence of your gifts. Dream louder, shine brighter, and awaken to the staggering brilliance of the life eternally awaiting your heroic embrace.